Guys, been a long time, but I'm back. So this idea just came to me. I think I was watching, or I saw some recommendations on YouTube. Of course, I think I've seen Jeremy's videos on this too, but this 10 fragrances, my personal 10 fragrances for life that I will always keep in my collection. And if I only had these 10, I'd be set. I wouldn't buy nothing else because it covers me personally. So I'm just gonna share this list with you guys. So let's start off. Technically, it's gonna be 11. This right here is an honorable mention. It didn't make the cut because I just prefer the next fragrance a little bit more. This is Starry Night by Montel. Apple, musky. I don't remember all the notes, and I just don't have my iPad sitting right here, so I can go on for granted and just read everything. Boring. But this is very powerful, projects well, fresh, but kind of sweet towards the base, so it kind of dries down a little bit, sweet, musky. Very sweet in the beginning, a little bit too with the apple, but it is still citrusy. I would only wear this though in the fall, winter. This is kind of rough in the summer. I think it's just a little bit too much, but this is an honorable mention. Starry Nights, definitely one of my favorite. I usually could put a bit of much of it. I use a lot. All right. So we're gonna go to number 10. This is gonna be kind of crazy. This is a release this year. This is Carby Musk oil by Better World Fragrances. This is Drake's scent, Carby Musk. You guys saw I did a video on this. This is Amberwood, Skin Musk. This is really good. I think the price point is still crazy, but this is definitely, I think, still my favorite release this year, besides Versace Eros Energy. And I haven't smelled the new Sauvage either, but this is really good. Lasts all day. I've used a lot of it already. I wish though there's just a spray version of it soon. They need either an eau de parfum or parfum spray of this, because this oil, yeah, it's hard. You can go through this easily, but definitely a good all year round scent, fresh, great. So number 9 would be Dolce and Gabana Light Blue, Intense. Yeah. This is my second bottle. You can already tell I kind of used like a third of it almost. I was wearing it heavy this summer. Fresh. Get the lemon, bergamot, orange. Long lasting. This is one of the best long lasting fresh fragrances I think ever made, in my opinion. As a date. I think it came out 2008. You've seen it in my review. Always gonna have it in my collection. Definitely a great fragrance, and I don't ever really smell anybody. Moving on. This one I haven't done yet, a review. You've probably seen it on TikTok a lot. This is Bharra King. And I promise you, I'm being authentic. I smelled this. This is so good. This is an Herbe Pure clone. So it's a Gerjoff Herbe Pure. It's a clone of that, but this is the parfum version of Bharra King. I never smelled Herbe Pure. I have the Amber Oud Gold though, the Al Haramain. That is, I don't like that as much. I think this is just a little bit more refined, but this is a sweet, fruity fragrance, and the longevity is what I love about this. Like, I've already used a good amount. I smelled this a lot too when I was in Colombia, and I picked it up over there. This is great. This is a nice, fruity, sweet fragrance. Projects really well. Projects great. It's like a good 5-10 feet. I'm not even kidding. And it smells amazing in the air. I really like this fragrance. And the longevity, again, is crazy. I got at least 10 hours. At least 10 hours. You spray it on clothes, it will last weeks. Moving on to fragrance 1, Day for Men. Look how much juice I have left. I need to get a new bottle. This is like in the same realm as Bharra King. It is. And the longevity is really good on this too, but this is just a little bit more well-rounded. You know, it's perfumed by Alberto Marias. This is Jeremy's fragrance, but this is really well. Like, a lot of people hate on this. They say that it's a Ultra Male clone, and I get the vibes from Ultra Male, but I don't like Ultra Male like I like this. This is just a little bit more fruity And it has that cardamom. That cardamom is really what makes this a killer. Moving on. Next fragrance. This is number 5. This is Carlisle. Parfums de Marly. Apple, tonka, nutmeg. Sweet, 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 sweet. This is not for everybody. Because a lot of people are split on this. A lot of people don't like it. A lot of people love it. In my experience, I love Carlisle. This is actually a tester bottle that I don't even. You can see all the little stuff in there. But this is a great fragrance, guys. Like, I really like Carlisle. It's expensive. But there's a clone by Sensual Obsessions. It's called 3 Rivers. And it's a clone of Carlisle. And I really like that too. That's so close. It's almost like 90, 95% there. So once I run out of this, I'm just gonna buy that again. Great stuff. Long lasting, yes. I got it about like 8-9 hours. Just smells good, man. It smells really good. It smells good. All right, moving on to number 4. I've done a video on this one too. This is Acqua Di Gio Profumo. This is discontinued. So a lot of people say if you like this to get Profundo. I've never smelled Profundo. I smelled the OG, and the OG is bleh. I smelled the Eau de Parfum, and I haven't smelled the Parfum version. But this sea salt, patchouli. Oh man, it's so I gotta spray this. Let me just spray this. Man, compliments, yes. I got good memories with this. I love this bottle. I'm so mad that they discontinued it. So I'm trying to use this sparingly. I've only used like maybe a little bit over a third, almost a half. Moving on to the final 3, and I think these are gonna shock you guys. Oh, you know what I didn't mention? Oh, I'm missing one. I forgot about Intensely. Oh man, see, I was too busy talking about this honorable mention. I forgot about this. This would be number 9. I already messed up the list. This is number 9. Dolce and Gabana is number 8. Number 7 is Bharra King. Number 6 is Date. And then number 5 is Carlisle. Number 4 is Profumo. Apologize, guys, but we're just going to keep going. This is authentic right here. This is no cuts. Maybe I might edit. Maybe not. I don't care. But this is a sweet toffee-like fragrance, man. This is good. Caramel almost. I don't even know all the notes, but look how much I've used of this. This is getting some love now, but everybody was loving Absolutely when that came out. And the original one too. I never smelled the original one or Absolutely, but I literally blind bought this based on the Fragrance Apprentice review. Is a review of it, and I love this, man. It lasts pretty well too. It's like a good 7, 8, or 9 hours. Around that 8-9 hours becomes a skin scent. This is very close, but it lasts. This is good. All right, moving on to the final 3. These final 3, honestly, if I only had these 3 fragrances, I would just be happy with those 3. I mean, you really only need 1, like I said in my previous video, but these last 3, I don't have to buy nothing anymore. I'm fine with these 3. And I really want to say the DNA. These 3 are almost DNA because I'm going to talk about more than just 3. So, number 3. This is a Franken batch. You can even see on it. This is mixed. Aventus. Creed Aventus. This is batches from a 2017 batch, 2019 batch, 2 of them. No, 3. I'm sorry, a 2020 batch, and then the F batches. You guys know Aventus. It's on every fragrance review. Every perfume, fragrance person has talked about Aventus to death. And there's a reason why. It's so, just the opening is so great. Now, if I had to only pick 1 from Aventus, and I also like the DNA, I mean, this is just a fresher take, Aventus Cologne. I mean, look how much I've used of it. This is a 2020 batch. I've had this almost 3 years. This is great. Great stuff. Like, oh, this is so good. But so many different reformulations, different batch variations. If I had to only pick one, I would do Cologne, or I have an old batch. Look how much I only have this much left. I wore this already a lot. This is a 2011 batch, 11Y01. This is how Aventus should smell. Just that smoked pineapple, man. That is Aventus to me. I love it. I love it. But it's so hard. And it's so expensive to get this. And I mean, the fragrances, if you get a 2010, 11 or 12 batch, it's already 10 years old. I mean, if it wasn't stored properly, it's not worth it. And people spend, I see on Facebook all the time, at least no, you could pay more than that. Like if you want a full bottle, this one guy said 1,800, he told me, of this batch. 1,800 full. It's crazy. It's crazy. So, when I want to scratch and get the smoke out of it, the smokiness, similar, I have two things. I have this generic perfumes, Aventus Smoky. This is very close. This is close to me. The closest thing. I've been through Club de Nuit Intense, man. I've had so many different stuff. So many different clones. This is my favorite, just generic. And Sensual Obsessions too has King Smoke. They had it. It's gone now too. I mean, I talked to Kevin. I bought like the last bit of it, but these two are like the closest. They're the closest to it that you can get, and I love it. I love the profile of it. It smells so good. Yeah. You think this would be number one as long as I talked about it. All right, moving on. Push it over to the side. Number two. It gets so much hate. I've even hated on it. I have a video saying, yeah, don't even buy this anymore. It's not worth it. But Sauvage. This is a 2015 batch. Look how much I've used it. I got this like a year ago. I was rocking this heavy last year. You guys know Sauvage. Ambroxan, pepper, fresh, long lasting. This I got, the other day I was rocking, I got 9-10 hours on this batch. It's been reformulated. I mean, the pepper note is hardly there. It's more metallic. But I love the DNA of Sauvage. So if you don't buy the EDT, I got recently the Parfum. And the Parfum takes the EDT and the EDP, and it's not a projection beast like this is, but the longevity is crazy. At least 10 hours on it. You spray it on your clothes even longer. And this just adds vanilla and tonka, and it still has a pepper, a little bit of it, but it has the mandarin at the top, and it refines everything. This is very like the grown-up version. And if you don't even like that, the elixir I already went through that. That was awesome. I haven't smelled the new one, and I want to. But these, like, as much hate as they get, I even hated on it. And I'm just going to admit to you guys, I hated on it. I went on the trend as other YouTubers. Yeah, don't buy this. No one wears Sauvage. They wear number one, but I'm about to show you more. That's the one thing I've smelled on so many people, the number one fragrance I'm about to choose. And it was a fragrance that got me into fragrances. And I'm sure you guys know it. If you know me, you watch my videos. But I will tell you, I never smelled this on anybody. Well, let me take that back. I smelled this one time on one of my coworkers, once in the past. And he bought it based off of me, I believe. I think I told him about it. I believe so. Only smelled the EDT. He had that. And it was a newer batch, trash. So I rarely smell Sauvage on anybody, and it works, and it gets love. Number one, my number one fragrance for life is Versace Eros. This is an old batch. This is 2013. Came out in 2012. This is when it was still oak moss. I know I'm wasting this breath. Mint, vanilla, apple. Oh man. This was it, man. This DNA. This, I smelled it in a magazine. I was like 14. 13 or 14. I smelled it in the magazine. First came out. I loved it. I was like, man, I gotta get that scent. So this was one of the first bottles I've ever bought. This isn't my original bottle. I already went through that. And that batch is probably like a 2017, 18. This is a 2013 batch I found online. Still has the oak moss in it before the reformulations. Lasts a long time, this one. This is about 8 or 9 hours compared to the new one. Don't get the new formulations of this. Just buy the Eau de Parfum. Similar to the OG, but adds orange, a little bit more citrusy. The projection's way better. I've gotten so many compliments on this one. It's one of my most complimented fragrances. This is my second bottle too, because I bought 3.4 ounce of the Eau de Parfum, gone already. And these are this is close to being half. This is half. My number one favorite fragrance, if I only had to choose one, it would be this, or Sauvage, or Aventus. Those three. I love those fragrances. Yeah, I do. Yeah, so I actually smell this on way more people than Sauvage. People talk about Sauvage and Bleu de Chanel. I smell Eros, the Y, and Jean Paul Gaultier elixir on everybody. I don't smell anything else. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will make more videos soon. They probably won't be consistent. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. Hopefully this gets some love. If you like the video, like,